Hey guys, it's Morgan from Goldshaw Farm. Just wanted to make a quick video. This is a little bit different than my usual videos, but I did have a point I want to make in this video. So here we are on our farm in Northern Vermont. Just brought the ducks out. It is, I don't know, maybe about 34, 35 degrees. It's raining pretty heavily. Yeah, weather is, I guess, good because it's not brutally cold, but still kind of tough because it's so soggy and wet. And today is the winter solstice. So it is officially the shortest day of the year. According to my phone, I was just looking at it, the official sunrise isn't until about 7:30 or so, or 7:23 to be exact. It would be coming up from over there. There's no way we're seeing it today because it's so coldy and sloppy. Actually, my plan was to create this grand video about winter solstice and, you know, how difficult a time it is, and have all these cool epic shots of me in the freezing dark cold. It would have been all awesome, and as the weather just has sort of made it, yeah, that's not happening. I wanted to talk to you guys though about sort of the darkest day of the year. You know, I talk a lot about how much I enjoy getting up in the morning and doing my chores and taking care of the animals and kind of doing all this stuff. But one of the things I haven't talked about is just how much the darkness of around here can bum you out. You know, the winter in Vermont is tough because we've got sort of the much more northern latitude compared to a lot of the rest of the United States. We get much more on the extreme of both seasons in terms of daylight. So in the summer, we have way more daylight, but in the winter, we have a lot more darkness. And I mean, it's not quite living in Alaska or the North Pole, but it does, you know, impact you a little bit. I feel so bad when I try to make my videos in the mornings for you guys because it's always so dark and grainy and it looks like crap. It's because there's no sunshine. The winter solstice itself, I wish I made more of a thing of it. I probably should. But I actually have some friends who, they celebrate the winter solstice pretty hardcore. They have like a family day where they just sort of sit around the house, stay inside most of the day, cooking nice food, spending time together, enjoying each other's presence. And then as it gets to be daylight, they go out, spend some time together, go sledding, and then they go back inside early because it gets dark really early. And so to me, that sort of darkest day of the year, it should be celebrated because there's a dog in the middle of the road. Come on, pup. Come on, out of the way. Come on, go. Get out. All right. I think the sun rose at 7:23 this morning officially, and I think it sets at like 4:07 or 4:08 or something like that. You know, that's not much daylight. I think that's, and I don't do math in public, but like, what, 8.5 hours or something like that, somewhere along those lines, maybe a little bit more than that. You know what? It's a wicked bummer. And I'm not one of those people who has like seasonal depression or anything like that, even though I've got much empathy for people who do experience that. But it's just sort of a bummer. You know, I've been spending the last month or two doing all the duck chores in the dark, coming home at night already and it's pitch black. But I'm actually really happy that today is the winter solstice and that today is the shortest day of the year. And the reason that I'm happy that today is the shortest and darkest day of the year is because it is. Like, it doesn't get any worse than this. It only gets better. Tomorrow there's going to be more light than there was today. The day after that there's going to be even more light. The day after that there's going to be even more light. And it's just going to be this upward trajectory and march through the winter into the spring and all the way into the start of summer. that to me is that's optimism. That's hope. That's the dawn of something new. It's a an opportunity for the fresh start and things to improve from where they are right now, where it's so dark and cold. And so I'm looking forward to that. I think that idea, though, it doesn't just stop with the winter solstice and based on a guy who's obsessing over how much sunlight there is, whether it's for growing or working outside. But frankly, it's a concept that I think applies to anything in the world. When you're out there and you're living your life and things feel metaphorically dark, if not physically dark, and you hope that it gets better. You know, once you get to that point where you do know it's the darkest day and it does improve, that means it's only going to get better. Like each day, it's only going to get a little bit lighter. It's going to get a little bit better.
There's the ducks doing their duck thing. So whenever the snow melts, it does that, and it usually stays like that through the month of May. I think someday I might try to put a pond back there. There is actually one other thing that's kind of cool that I want to show you guys right now. So do you hear that noise behind the ducks? Shh, shh, shh. Quiet, guys. Shh. That's the stream back there. It's raging today. Let's go check it out. The water situation isn't great right now. Getting flooding down here. Look at that. About maybe ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch deep. So what I'm worried about is that it's not going to drain all that fast, and I'm going to end up with a skating rink because it's supposed to drop down into the 20s tonight and then be into the teens and single digits over the next week or so. So I made a video a while back, pretty much like the end of last winter, about our cedar swamp. But here it is. It's about, I don't know, 6 or 7 acres worth of space. It used to be pasture. I actually have an ancient photo from about 80 years ago where you can actually see the this area cleared out. Wow, look at that. This thing's raging. Like you can see the ancient barbed wire. Ordinarily, I would just walk right across the stream to get over to the cedar swamp, but it's actually looking kind of treacherous today. Whew. This is the first day of winter, officially, I think, like first full day of winter. And yeah, I think on the downside, we got a long cold slog through the end of April and into May. On the upside though, it's gonna get lighter and lighter every day. I'm gonna keep making videos, and I've got a lot of time to do a lot of thinking about where we wanna go next with our farm. Be sure to check out one of our other videos, and don't forget, you can always subscribe. I will see you guys in that next video here at Goldshaw Farm, where we are trying to build a farm in Vermont.